Hi guys, welcome to DBA Doctor. In this video, we are going to cover how to recover the database in real time. Disaster. This video, we are going to cover up a point in time recover, disaster recover, crash recovery, as well as recover the DB fast, very fast. Last video we have covered lots of things regarding how to restore the database in full recovery mode, and how to take a backup. So in full backup, what all things we have to check. So hopefully you have checked that video. If you are not checked, I'll keep that video in a descriptions, and if you are new to the sessions, kindly subscribe me and support me. So we'll go directly to the chapter now. So here going to check out how to restore the differential backup. So this is the test DB which we have created last session. Okay, here you can see a lot of tables are available. Okay, backup database. So before taking a differential, you have to be aware कि for without a full backup, differential restoration is not possible, because differential backup is the backup which differential backup is the cumulative backup of all the changes made since the last full backup. That is the difference since the last full backup. The advantage of this is that the quick recovery we can do with the help of differential backup, and full backup is necessary for restoring our differential backup. So we are taking first full backup here. There was some problem in access. Here we are going to keep the backup. Both the backups happen, and now I'm going to do a point in time recover or restoration, fast restorations that is possible with the help of a differential backup. Let's say this is the for your information, let's say this is the different server where I'm going to restore. Okay, but I'm using same server, so here we have to change some parameter. Database name we are doing test DBA new. Okay, so first restoration, it will not allow us to restore because the physical file is already present, so we have to change for this. Here you can see this is the physical file which I'm going to change the location now. I'm keeping the new file locations. I'm giving the new file locations here. The file is here. You can able to see. Once we change the location, it will allow us to do. This is very important point. If you are struggling to restore the database, that means the database is already present and you need to change the parameter. So for changing the parameter, I have shared you the details how to change. So if you find any difficult for changing the parameter, just put on the comment box, so I'll help you out for that. This is just an testing purpose we are doing, but generally we are not keeping the database in same locations, same restore. Testing purpose we are not keeping in a same server. So this is what we are now going to restore. You can see the restoration is done. Okay, so here we are going to apply a differential backup. Sorry, the database is present, the new database DBA. Okay, the database is present, and we are going to do one more we are restoring a full backup again. For that, what we have to do is we have to replace that old existing backup, then only it will work, because here we kept in a recovery mode. But if we keep in a recovery mode, it will not allow us to restore a differential backup. For restoring a differential backup, we need to keep in a no recovery. Try to restore it, it will restore. And here if you see, it is inaccessible. That means the database is there, and you can't able to read it. So I'm going to restore back with the differential. Okay, how the system will detect the database pages and all, that is very important, right? So here we have restored, and now you can see we have a point in time database recovered. So whatever changes is happen in production, that we can keep here with the help of a differential. Let's say if the database is present here, the size of database is 1 TB, 2 TB, whatever, and that scenario, you can't able to restore again and again full backup. It will take more time to copy a backup and taking a backup as well. So in that scenario, what we have to do is we have to take a database full backup. The full backup is already present in a secondary side. So we just have to restore a differential. What it will do is whatever changes happen from last full backup, it will only keep that particular changes. That changes will record in LSN. So for that LSN, we have one query. That query I'll fire, and I'll show you how to verify what all modification keep here and there. Restore header LSN file name will be different. Let me show you. We have taken two differential backup. If you remember that for two differential backup, the LSN is different. If you see this LSN, last LSN is the first LSN for this, and the ending LSN is different. And checkpoint means whatever transaction committed happened, that commit and rollback details all put in a checkpoint LSN. Based on this, the system will internally work and help you to recover the database in a soon. Okay, what all pages, what all flag is there, and pages is restored, that all information and collations, lot of information you can get in the restore header options. So I believe it is really helpful for you. And now the log is already applied, but it is in no recovery mode. In this case, let's say the database we are from our side willing to restore. This is the normal case, normal scenario. In some scenario, like some disaster happens, some crash recovery, and some area like a storage is crashed, or some more info for some more crashes happen, and you are not willing to recover the database. That time what you have to do is you have to take only one log backup and restore over there. Restore, I'll show you. backup log. The command is backup log, and we are taking a backup log of DBA. Okay, so for that I'm not uh, putting any changes here. So real time what you have to do is you have to create, let's say I'm going to create one table here. Okay, let's say this is what the tables are present, but for your sake I'll create one more table. Just simply create via GUI ID is in it. Okay, so the table is called test. Okay, test table is created. Now if you see here, you can able to get test is created. There's no record. So here I can show you how to insert via GUI. This is the ID 1, name ABC, so 2 JChem. Okay, this is what I'm creating one dummy table here. That table is not present there, so with the help of point in time recover, we can show you how that table is present in that table there also. Okay, so here I'm going to take a point in time backup. DRN stand for transaction log. So we are taking a transaction backup is done. If you check this transaction, what all record is present, you can get after full backup what all modifications held, that lesson is different. Okay, and the database backup detail, like what all backup things which capture, and the checkpoint when happen, and the backup start time and end time. These all things you can get lot of informations one by one. If you see, you will get. Okay, so right now we have taken a backup. We are going to restore that backup. Here is the itself restore. So log name from disk. Okay, so here with no recovery is required when we feel we have some more files to recover. Okay, but here in this scenario the log is completely, we have restored only one log is pending, so we are just applying one log, and we are going to recover. As I done some small mistake, you can see the database which I selected here, it's existing database. That's what it is not allowing us to restore. So I'm changing that database name, and here if we restore last log without recover options, it will recover directly. And here you can see that last DBA new table is tables and databases exist, and this is what the table which we have created latest for testing purpose, and all the table is exist. And hope you enjoy my session, as the transaction log, differential log, how to recover, and how to recover in point in time, and during the crash disaster, how we have to initiate and restore, and what all LSN is how the LSN is captured, how internally restorations happen. A lot of things we have discussed in this video, and hope you have enjoyed my sessions. And if you're new, kindly subscribe and support. In next video we are going to discuss in more detail about crash recovery and disaster recovery. Like right now we have checked about one LSN restoration. In some scenario the LSN is not able to read, and the disaster is happened, and there was a multiple log chain. So how to recover with multiple log chain and disaster of LSN, so that things we will cover in next topic. Hope you enjoy. We will meet on a